Yogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still till it's ours with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm a lie about a motive. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, independent, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, cute as can be. You can watch on YouTube with view for free. Ay, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Can you hear me, Marcos?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude. Can't hear Tobin.
Can't hear Tobin.
Yeah.
No.
It says that he's muted. I'm not sure if that's something that he can control or JFig, but what a swell start for my return, baby. Leroy, how you been, dude? It says, as I attempt to unmute Tobin, can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. He's getting angry.
Yep.
This is what happens when you show up 3 seconds before the show, frog boy.
He's calling me on the. I see you. This is okay. Now I can hear you. You said this is
We
what
can hear
shows
you.
up when you
We can
call.
hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now? Oh, okay. So this is. Oh, okay. So just so we're clear.
Yeah.
You messed up.
All right. That's fair.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
-1.
Wait.
For sass.
For sass.
For sass.
Wait.
Yeah.
The funny part is
Yeah.
the whole time while he was calling Tobin out, he was like looking over at the buttons,
Trying to figure out.
What would happen if it was a Crowder comedy show? I know that.
Oh no!
Now that we're second potato. Now that we're not the meal ticket anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are lucky I showed up today.
Where have you been? Where are they sending you now? The Apopka? Where's the next tour?
The next one is August 25th in Orlando at the Orlando Funny Bone. And
all
I'd like
right.
to say thank you to Tampa because Detroit had me feeling like I wasn't funny. Tampa? Okay, maybe I made me a little funny. Detroit had me feeling like I'm gonna be behind that board forever.
The opening act is getting better. You feel like it's getting crisp.
Yeah, it was such a good time that by the end of the night, 2 people took a picture with me. Wow.
Big time.
Yes. One of them was my brother. Yes.
Oh, you got to start somewhere.
Hey,
At least
so-
you want.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know what this was, and then I pushed the button and almost blinded myself.
What? Yeah. What was that? I saw you with
Because
the
Fonz does he films commercials and stuff and
yeah.
videos.
So that was, okay. I
It's
thought
a
that was
light.
yourself.
No.
Oh,
So I'm
Like
like
you're signaling something.
yeah,
Like you're trying to get rescued from an island.
yeah. So, Tobes, is it any better there?
okay.
It's a lot of. It's
And you
let
know
me tell
what's
you something,
funny?
man.
You know what's funny? Ward texted me and asked me if I was there.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm
Well, he
like,
should
no,
be
I'm
here
not
today.
there. Huh?
He should be here today. It's Michigan.
He's there. He was asking me if I was there.
No, I know. I'm just.
Right.
I'm sure I'll see him patrolling around today.
Isn't it crazy that I've known him for over 40 years?
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
That is pretty wild.
Even for we played against each other in Little League and then played on all the all-star teams together. Then we played against each other in high school. In fact, the recruiter, when we were playing, he was there to see Ward because Ward was like the Gatorade Player of the Year defensively or something like that. And I had a good game against them. And so then he started recruiting me. So I don't even know if they were even recruiting me before that game. Then we went to college together. Yeah, it's crazy.
He got his new ring yet? Have they gotten the rings yet?
Usually they get them right before the camp starts. So they might have them.
Ooh, I'm gonna look for that. See if I can see some Michigan hardware.
They might have them. But yeah, you want to talk about just cool dude? He ain't got no anger in him. He's just laid back, mellow. You know what I mean?
Perfect guy. Seems like the perfect guy to ask him if he likes training camp tweets.
No. Remember his last training camp last year with Harbaugh.
Well, it's not Harbaugh is full Harbaugh right now with the Chargers. I was like watching some quote from him today where he goes, "Today is like leaving the womb." I'm like, what?
Dude, I'm telling you, like, people think this is a stick. He's been like this forever. He is being him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not nothing new for anybody who knows him, who have talked to him.
It's crazy. Let's get to our headlines, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
So training camp rolls on today for your Miami Dolphins in Miami Gardens. 10:40-ish, it looks like they take the field. No Mike McDaniel presser this morning, but
That's
we will
pretty
hear
early. No, that's pretty late, I want to say.
Is it?
Usually in the summer, you want to get in. Well, keep in mind, they only have one practice, right?
Yes, they only have one practice, but I do believe that you are correct because I think that well, I don't know because
we used to start practice at like, because it was so damn hot. We used to start practice at like 8, and then you get done about 10:30, and then you go for lunch, and then you have meetings at 2:15, and then practice again at like 3:40, 3:30. Right? So, but that's, first of all, it's 2-a-days, which I don't know if they have. Right. So that's a whole nother thing. Now, the cool thing was
they barely have 1-a-days.
Yeah, this is how you know your coach was cool back in the day. Denny would never have 2 padded practices in one day. This was back then, right? And Bill, he went 7 straight days, 2-a-days in pads. Yeah, it was, dude. I would say trying to get your stripes on that team when he first came in, you felt like you did something. Now, we were exhausted when the season started. I said to one of my buddies, I said, "Hey man, are your legs still sore?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "We got a game to play today?" Yeah. That was brutal.
What else we got? Former Dolphins center Connor Williams, he passed a physical with the Seattle Seahawks. He's in negotiations with them, but no deal imminent. He is speaking to other teams, but it looks like the Dolphins' former center will find a new home soon. Meanwhile,
just because he passed the physical, that doesn't mean he's ready for play. That's what I'm curious about.
He just
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. But he is. It looks like he'll be obviously finding a new team fairly soon. I think there's been some Patriots rumors around him as well. Jordan Love and the Packers. It seems like there's some momentum on the deal getting done there. I think that's kind of been the buzz, is that Jordan Love and the Packers are getting closer, as he is also doing a hold in. He's there. He's just wearing a hoodie. But it is apparently, according to Diana Rossini, is making progress, and a deal is heading towards getting complete. So
it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm not comparing the talent of the two quarterbacks. I'm just comparing the situation. One guy sat for 3 years and played 1 season, so he's in his 4th year. Another guy had 2 pretty good seasons. One, he was, before maybe Thanksgiving, he was like, some people considered him for the MVP.
Right.
And the organization played defense against any progression the first 2 years.
That's right.
Right. And
That's right.
The conversations about both quarterbacks, is totally different. And that's the part of this whole thing that baffles me about this. Like the people that don't like Tua say, well, he's been here for 4 years and he hasn't done anything. Right. And like, wow, are we really going to do that to him? Like, I get it if you don't think he's the guy, but I was listening to the radio on the way in last night. They had some BetQ and they had a guy from Baltimore and asked him flat out, do you think Lamar Jackson can win you a Super Bowl? And he said no.
Who said that?
When I was listening to the radio yesterday.
Some BetQL guy?
Yeah. No. They interviewed a reporter from Baltimore.
Oh, I was about to say, well, anyway, a bunch of hacks.
Right. But so like, I just wonder, like, we have to get away from this quarterback can win us a Super Bowl and get closer to the aspect of this guy can play an integral part in us winning a Super Bowl, right? Because those guys and those people don't exist anymore. Like one of the greatest passers to ever play didn't win a Super Bowl. And we should be familiar with that. Yet we are the organization and the fan base that thinks you got to have a quarterback that is the reason why you win a Super Bowl.
Hell, the building that I'm in right now, I know 18 got 2 of them, but he only got 1 of them here.
Right. And guess what?
That second one, I mean, he was goat-tail riding.
It didn't count. Like, yeah, you want to talk about right. They call in 2-time. Look, this is crazy. And I'm gonna say this, but it's factual. Eli did more for his 2 championships than Peyton did for his.
Yeah, I agree.
Think about that. And we consider Peyton Manning one of the best to ever do it. Right. And so, like, when you hear all these different stories about quarterbacks and what, can Josh Allen win you a Super Bowl? He hasn't. So,
I don't know. I think he could. If he wasn't such a knucklehead.
But my point is, think of the conversations if we go through the league about these quarterbacks, right? And how many of them you can say without conviction can win you a Super Bowl? And why do we put that on our quarterback?
I don't know, but I was thinking about this yesterday, and I'm like, I don't think that this, like, we spend so much time on this with Tua about, whether he could be the reason, and I don't think he's a top 20 concern on the team right now.
Right.
Like it's they're like really thinking about it and thinking where they're going into this thing and thinking about how many unknowns there are on the defensive side of the football, knowing that their left tackle's a ticking time bomb, knowing that I don't really know how the rest of the line is going to shake out,
right?
Not knowing whether or not Jalen Phillips or Bradley Chubb will beat science. Mm-hmm. All of these things are way more of a hindrance and an unknown to the Miami Dolphins and whether or not they are going to be able to pull off what they need to pull off this year. And yet we spend so much time talking about this.
About parts of it that don't really matter at this point because you got more
concerning. It's not that it doesn't matter, but
you got more issues.
Different about it. I think the guy's good enough. I mean, you guys can debate about it and we can have tickle fights over it all you want, but like there's way way bigger issues that I'm concerned about with this team than the quarterback. Like that's just the facts of it. I don't know like how many. I get it. It's the thing that always draws the attention, but I believe Calais Campbell will be awesome, but they just got rid of 100 tackle defensive tackle and replaced him with an old man, a very menacing old man, but I don't know if he's going to be as good.
Right. And my question would be this. Not only did you lose a lot of pieces, which to some extent, I'm going to say this. The fact that there's a lot of guys that are coming into this organization that didn't play last year, that maybe them picking up the new system will be easier as a whole. Right? And so from that standpoint,
They all seem
I
very,
think
yeah.
the change in system, the change in mindset defensively, along with the missing key pieces, right? I'm just curious to see how that's all going to come together early. Eventually, it'll get there. Okay. And so here's where you need a team. Because as they figure out what they can do, how they can do it, and with whom they can do it with, the offense is going to have to keep this team together. And so that's why you look at things, you know, usually, and here's the kicker, usually the highest scoring team doesn't have the best defense. Right? That's just like, so what is your team going to look like, you know, going into counterpoint? Usually the team with the best defense don't score a whole bunch of points.
Yeah.
It's just a weird, but it's a team thing. You're playing to your strengths. So I think that is what I'm more interested in, as how that defense is going to be able to put it together. Because I got to tell you, you can say what you want about Vic Fangio. With all those injuries, they still kept games close.
We'll take a quick break. We are live here from Lucas Oil Stadium for the last of Big Ten Media Days. It is the Orange Bowl Media Tour presented by Duffy Sports Grill. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Misfits Boxing is coming to the James L. Knight Center in Miami on August 10th. We're giving you a chance to win your way in. We'll give away a pair of tickets today. The event features the highly anticipated match between FaZe Temper and Josh Bruckner. Keep listening to our show for details on how you can win as Miami Dolphins training camp is rolling on here today. We're here at Big Ten Media Days, courtesy of the Orange Bowl Media Tour, presented by Duffy's Sports Grill. I will say, yesterday was quite the day as I was leaving the building, Leroy, because I ended up on this bus with a gentleman. He was I guess he reps Nike. He's like the Nike rep for everybody. He was explaining to me that, it's a great time to come here because he basically can get everybody's complaints all at one place. He doesn't have to go traveling to all the campuses.
Dude, I told you the Reebok story. Like with the Reebok, man, I'm telling you, because they don't here's the kicker. Like the shoes that some of the teams get are not the shoes you could go buy. And so you got to have those shoes tweaked, because I remember one year in Cleveland when we had Nike, a lot of guys were playing with soccer shoes, right? But I couldn't jam my toes up in them soccer shoes. So I'm like, yo, what are we doing? You send me 30 pair of shoes I can't wear. And so we go back and forth. Then I said, you know what? I'm wearing Jordans. And
just going with that.
From that day on, when I went to Minnesota, it was easier to get colors.
He was explaining to me, he's like, yeah, sometimes factories mess up. One time Iowa State got Iowa's cleats.
Yeah.
He goes, they mess up.
How about this? You ready for this? That happened to our rings one year.
What?
We got our rings and they had Minnesota M's instead of Michigan M's.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, we had to send them all back.
Nobody sent a prototype?
We live
Crazy.
in a world where it's more important to have the job, not to do the job. Think about that. It's more important to have the deal than to actually fulfill the deal.
Mm-hmm. So I'm on this bus with him, right? And sorry, I don't really care about shoes, but he was talking about, somehow he mentioned, he goes, yeah, wish sometimes, I could go visit, my campus, even though, there's probably bigger programs, obviously, that have Nike. He goes, it's probably more important to spend time with Alabama than it is Arizona, even though it's my alma mater. I'm like, I get that. I'm like, wait a minute, you're an Arizona guy, huh? And then I just kind of look at him and go, Pelle Larsson? He goes, oh. And then he perks up.
Oh my goodness. Wait. So hold on. Let me get this. Frog boy.
Yeah.
Here's what our guy's doing. So we've had now, he's talked to Nike Man and he's talked to the coach Lincoln Riley. In some kind of way, it all got tied back to what's going on in Miami, whether they wanted to or not.
That's right.
That's good. That's good journalism.
Lincoln Riley didn't want to talk about. All of a sudden, Lincoln Riley is talking about a player that Miami drafted.
Yeah, it's smart, man. He's good.
Well, I mean, it's just, dude, what did he say? He goes, Pelle Larsson. I've never even heard this term for a player before. He goes, he's full of piss and vinegar.
What?
He plays with an edge. I was like,
what? You've heard that before, and you've said it before.
Full of piss.
I don't think I have.
Vinegar.
See, like when you would have went to that well a few times.
I would have. I'm going to use it now.
You know what?
Wow.
That also that's a subtitle of intangible, right?
Kind of.
When you have to explain, when you have to explain somebody's play with words that don't associate with the sport, that's pretty much intangible. Like, oh, he does all the little things. Like when Spo says that, he makes basketball plays. I need him to make buckets, Spo. You scored 80. I don't want basketball plays.
Piss and vinegar.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
Why? Do you feel like I was wasting this man's time?
I know you, and it don't matter. That's what you want to know. And that's fine. You let him talk about all his other schools. And fair point. I'm gonna say this. Just to let you off the hook. He brought up Arizona, not you. So once he brought up Arizona, that means every Arizona player that may or may not be in Miami is fair game.
Yeah. Well, then I was like, oh, Keyshawn Johnson. He goes, athlete. I'm like, that's right.
Wow.
He is. Tell me more.
This is great. This is great.
This was my talk yesterday on the shuttle home to.
Yeah.
So you have the shuttle. Is it far?
I've walked it one day. I walked it the first day because I didn't know where the hell the shuttle was. And it was like 20-minute walk.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the same as like, dude, how about this? When you go to Vegas, you could be staying in the hotel right next to Radio Row. And it take you 30 minutes to get there. In the next casino. Is there?
Yeah. But if you're on a shuttle, it takes like 2 seconds. So it was nice.
Okay.
They got nice shuttles, and I don't have to wait for everybody. They're like, oh, 2 people here? Cool, let's go.
All right.
It'll make you sit there and wait.
Well, because they probably have 2 or 3 shuttles in rotation, and they just keep them going.
They had we were on the shuttle today with a bunch of Oregon Ducks. They're all hopped up and happy because
I got to tell you, Michigan got a big booster in Stephen Ross. Oregon got the biggest, right?
Fancy locker rooms. They're the OG. I feel like Oregon was the first place that was like, oh, this is how college football is going to be now.
Well, no, because they got Phil Knight.
I know, but they had remember it was such a big
state of the art facility.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like the fanciest facilities, new unis, all that stuff.
Yep.
New unis every game. But they're perusing around here. They're everybody's got their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, who came, I think, what did he come from, Oklahoma?
Yep.
So he's got the all white suit with the green tie. Very Oregon-y.
Oregon-y, yeah.
Very Oregon-y. They got the whole thing going.
I got to tell you, those when they wear those yellow uniforms, I'm out. Too much.
Out.
Too much. Look like Big Bird out there.
That's how they tend to go too much.
Wait, and there's always a school that tries to emulate. Remember when Maryland, because Maryland's Under Armour, that guy went to Maryland. Remember when he had them crazy helmets and uniforms and stuff with and we were like, no.
Well, take a quick break.
Al Mackey said their new uniforms look like actual ducks now, with the feathers on the helmet or on the shoulder pads. Yeah.
Yep. We'll take a quick break. We'll hear from a monster next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Frog Boy's back.
That was
So
that
nice.
music is back in the day when music was more theatrical.
Definitely was.
Yep.
Definitely was. So it is nice of you to show up, Frog Boy. It's been a while. I mean, have you enjoyed your time away?
Yeah, I have been spending some more time in different ventures. Prior to this, also, you were out for a week. So I was sharpening up my trivia skills.
Oh, Jesus.
I was hosting game shows left and right. It was brutal. But
we did Family Feud.
Oh man, it was great. It was great. We've
Name that song.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do the animal game again?
Oh no.
No.
I ran out of animal sounds. So. Got to bring that one back soon. I ended up also doing. I hosted an open mic, if you will, as I asked for dad jokes from guests in order to win tickets.
That worked twice.
You can imagine how well that went.
Wait, in fact,
for sure.
This is how it went. The guy that won, said, "I don't want the tickets. I'm just here for the chili sauce.
I'm just here for the love of the game.
I like
love of the game.
I like it. Well, another man who's here for the love of the game sounds like a monster. Calais Campbell. He was speaking to the media yesterday after the first training camp, and he says this defense has it all.
Well, I mean, I don't really think it's that difficult. I think it's really just understanding the terminology, understanding kind of all the different things we can do, and it getting to a place where we can play free. And I think they did a really good job in the spring of really getting guys prepared. I could tell, like especially in the D-line room, it's a clear understanding of what we want to do and what we can do. A guy like Sealer, he's just a very cerebral guy and understands at a high level. And we're already talking about things we can do when we're out there together. And so it's kind of cool to see another like brilliant mind that understands the game at a high level. But I mean, this defense is a very, very interesting defense. It's hard for offensive coordinators because we could just do so much. And we could do some things that look so different, but it's kind of similar. And it's just you could throw a lot of wrenches in the game plan just by small adjustments. And so, really cool defense. I think Coach Weave is another guy who just he gets it, understands at a high level on how to take advantage of it. And I'm excited to go out there and compete for him.
I mean, how is this not the most menacing person that's ever walked the face of the earth?
RBA Richard says he sounds like he eats small children for a protein bar.
Imagine if him and Zach Sealer if they try and go hunting together, people are going to think they've seen two Bigfoots.
Yep.
It's absolutely amazing. Although part of me does feel like at any point he does want to let me know that it's a wonderful world.
Say that Satchmo.
What's better, that impression or my Godfather impression?
The Godfather one is my favorite.
Kermit?
It sounds like if Kermit the Frog does the hits.
Both.
Here is some more of him. He's saying what this defense makes so difficult about it being deceiving.
Yeah, I mean the style of defense is really built off of off of being able to blitz different ways. A lot of simulated pressures, and then full out pressures, and making it look like you're blitzing, but you're really not. You're only rushing 4, but from an offensive mindset, it's a blitz because you got guys drop, a lot of D linemen drop. I've almost caught a couple picks in this defense. I've dropped a few, but batted balls. I take a PBU. But this defense is unique in the sense that like anybody can do anything at any given time.
I'm trying to think of the last.
You know what? It sounds like we going back to a couple of years ago. 11 man up. That's terrifying because everybody ain't rushing. So your head is on a swivel because you don't know who's going to drop out. And this is a combination of that and zone blitz, right? So when you line 11 men up, you can't block bodies. You got to block positions, but you don't know who's coming or going. So if you take one step towards the wrong guy, the guy who's actually blitzing comes free, and you got 6 or 7 men in coverage, everybody's covered. So that's the whole point of that.
I'm just distracted by Croqueta King saying that Calais Campbell's voice sounds like Mahomes hitting puberty.
Point for Witcher.
When is he gonna hit puberty? Right?
I don't know.
No, that's not. Hey, that's not the old 86 Bears defense. The 86 Bear defense is, and basically the 86 Bear defense is basically what it's called. It's called a Bear defense. You have your guard, your center, and your other guard covered. You have one linebacker on outside of the tackle. You have another lineman or linebacker over the tight end, and another linebacker outside of him, one linebacker in the middle. Bear defense.
Sounds like a bear.
Yep.
If a bear can talk in the woods.
Yeah, but it seems like the way that they'll do it is that they'll do it from a lot of different personnel. So you might have 3 defensive linemen, and the cool thing about where they are is, keep in mind, Agba has played inside and outside. So if he lines up inside and drops off into the short flat, that's no big deal for him. You see what I mean? So they have a lot of flexibility in how they can do things based on the personnel they have in there. And that'll be a cool thing to see. But it seems as if, though, the way he's talking is going to look more like Brian Flores and less like Vic Fangio.
Some guy says, Heat Colt says, that's Boban reaching for fish snacks.
This is great. Unlike, sometimes Mike McDaniel could drag on, and not to make it about him, I'm going to love every time Calais Campbell speaks to me. I'm going to be waiting on him to speak. I love this. This is great.
Can we have some more from him?
Yeah, this is him about how Hall of Fame would be an honor, but he thinks he needs a Super Bowl.
Be huge, and I'm a big football fan first and foremost before I'm a player. And the next week, I got a couple friends that are getting in. Andre Johnson, Dwight Freeney. These guys are guys I've got great respect for and great relationship with, and it would be cool to be there and watch them get inducted. But I do have those aspirations, and I know that winning the Super Bowl will be monumental for that. And I believe this team has the capabilities to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's going to be tough. The AFC is a gauntlet. A lot of talented teams that want it just as bad as we do. And, I think we got to have that mindset that we got to go and just, go take it from them. I know it's not going to be an easy route, but we got, a great group of guys that are capable of doing the job. Just got to do it when time counts. And right now we're just building that foundation. But today is the worst we're going to be all year, and that's the mindset we got to have. Is every day if we're working to get better, then this is the worst we'll be all season.
I love that.
Yep. It's also keep in mind, usually the teams that make runs into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs, are the teams that are peaking at the end of the year, right? The Dolphins peaked like midway through the season.
Yeah, they did.
And then injuries and what have you. So
they peaked showing mercy to Sean Payton.
Right.
That's when it was, dude. That's when it was.
Nah, I would have to say that the injuries, having Tyreek running on half a leg,
didn't help.
Waddle was banged up, and then keep in mind, and no real passing to the tight end, so you limited yourself, and you didn't run the ball when you should have. All things that listen, everybody's got to learn. Everybody's got to learn. The offense coordinator, Mike McDaniel, and play calling. Everybody has to learn. Look at these situations. What could we have done, right, to put our team in a better situation to succeed? And my first suggestion would be, hey, I don't care how short those passes are. I don't want to risk stopping the clock.
Hell of a class going in next week. You got Dwight Freeney.
Yep.
Devin Hester and Andre Johnson, the Canes reps. Julius Peppers.
Yep.
He was solid. Yeah. Patrick Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does that mean so the Hall of Fame game was like around the corner then?
Next week.
Wow, that's crazy.
Next
Not
week?
this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Oh no, they do it on it's on the 8th. Isn't it? It's on Thursday.
It is Bears versus Texans, and it's on Thursday, August 1st. So it's 2 days before the Hall of Fame now.
Next week.
Damn.
Yep.
So so the crazy thing about this is, and I said this when it came out, this has nothing to do with Devin Hester. Right? But Eric Metcalf was Devin Hester. And he played running back and was a 1,000-yard receiver and has over 20,000 total yards.
Definitely
Right?
has a case, bro.
Huh?
You got to be the guy to petition it or something like that.
I just dude, can I just tell you what pisses me off about sports? Right? We pick and choose when the numbers matter. And that really gets to me. If you want to make your case, you throw a whole bunch of numbers at me. If you want to make the opposite case with the numbers, you talk about other things. Right?
Sure. Wins.
Right.
Wins.
Right, exactly. And it's a crazy thing to me. It's a crazy thing to me. But how many people that have 20,000 total yards that don't play quarterback aren't in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
Think about that. It like you don't even like. I just hate when people don't make no damn sense. Grown ass people, for whatever reason, get their feelings hurt or they don't like somebody or whatever. It's supposed to be impartial. You're supposed to be voting on who belongs amongst the greatest and elite in the league that do what they do. And that's why baseball is where it is. The Hall of Fame is a joke.
I agree with you because like look how long it took to get Zach Thomas in. You know, it was like one of these things where something has to wake it up. So maybe like Hester getting in will open eyes to the past on him,
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
it's
just crazy. Like that, dude, like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to take Zach Thomas's numbers, put them up against the Hall of Famers and say, wow, okay, wow, he belongs in this group. It took him that long to figure that out? Like, no. So when people say I have a problem with the people that elect people to Hall of Fames, yeah, I do. Because whether you like the guy or you don't like the guy, nobody give a damn whether you like him. That's not your job. Your job is to determine whether he belongs amongst the elite of the elite to ever play that sport. And if you can't do it, you shouldn't have a vote. Whether you had a bad relationship with the guy or he wasn't nice. It's like the Terrell Owens thing. I don't give a rat's ass if you couldn't stand Terrell Owens. That dude's numbers spoke for themselves.
Take a break. Hour Tua coming up next.
Summer's underway. Inter Miami time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up till 10. 2, excuse me. Start at 10. Take you up till 2.
We're here all night.
To our headlines.
Are you an hour earlier? Are you an hour earlier or is it Central Time there?
Samesies, dude. Not samesies, dude. Same
Again,
time.
that's crazy. They're farther west than Louisiana.
Look at that.
That's weird.
And
That is
Louisiana
weird.
is on Central Time.
Let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Who we
Miami
put in?
Dolphins
Oh, here we
today.
got two of them.
Mhm.
Come sit on the back end with your juice, buddy. We ain't doing nothing today till we get paid. All right. Just sit on the back of my truck.
We're
Sit
just
on the
sitting.
back of that Raptor.
Gotta tell you, when the reports come out today of what is at camp, I think it was Dade South who said anything on Chop Robinson. I gotta see some Chop Robinson was flying around tweets today.
Yeah.
I want to see him flying around. I want reports of him flying
Hey,
around.
Can I ask
You
you a
know?
question? This is a question I'm
Coming
gonna
off the ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Explosive.
In
Piss him in a bird.
a contact sport, how can you tell how good anybody is with no contact?
Just need to see some flying around, Leroy. Just really swarm the
Everybody
football.
Hold on, let me finish. Everybody flies around when you can't get hit. I was a fast running back, just running through there, getting touched.
It's like Calais Campbell said. Yesterday was the worst they're going to be, unless they're worse today. But you would think they're going to get better. And so they take that, and what you want to see is more people flying around the football.
Flying around the football, dude. What's that?
That's flying around the football,
Is that a
dude.
bird or is that Calais Campbell?
No, I mean, just remember, we said this yesterday.
Like, oh, please come back. I'm not going to scare you. Really?
Imagine go to his house for Halloween.
Trick or treat. Kids.
When he just starts his statement going, huge.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yep.
I have been known for time to time to get in the bushes by my front door.
Doesn't surprise me.
Hey, I want to torment the kid. Then my wife, to try to be a good neighbor, she puts the table on the end of the driveway and she makes margaritas for the adults and then the candy for the kids. And I'm just sitting at the window looking out going, why can't I have no fun? Come to the door, little kids. Come to the door. Come to the front door, little kids. They walk by and look at the door. Nope.
Tell you who's got to show me something though. Cam Smith got to show me something.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Gotta show me something.
He's overdue, bro.
I think a lot of what they do defensively, scheme wise, will help Smith and Cole. Right? I think it'll help them because Katie Cole, who started off just playing man to man and playing the guy in front of him, then he had to read stuff, and he was a little slow. He was always one step behind.
Yeah. I mean, look, when you got in Fang's doghouse, it's hard to get out. So you got a fresh start with the bob and weave defense here. All right, we're looking for tsunamis. We're looking for ball hawks, not ball pelicans. So what I need really is for Cam Smith to show me something, dude. That's what I need. Now, when I say show me something, literally, I'm not there, so he can't show me something, but I better see tweets about it.
Yeah.
I better see tweets about it.
Or else.
Again, day 2. Day 2. And I hate
Still, though, dude. He's overdue. That guy's overdue. You got to admit.
Red shirt year, like, it's all right. I put it all behind me, but, like, I'll tell you one thing. I'm looking right now at this roster.
Contrary to popular belief, you do realize in all lines of work, when you get a new job, there's a development period, right? For you to think that certain positions you pick up right away, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't.
But you would agree he's got to show us something.
Got to show us something, dude.
I would say that he should be able to do something by now to get his ass on the field. Right? No, that's a fact. I'm just going by the position that he plays. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He should be able to do something to get on the field on a regular basis.
Well, let me just say this. I better not see today that Ethan Bonner, aka Intangibles Lightning, I better not see that he's outshining him. Like you're getting outshined by someone drafted, guys, again, like you were with Cater. Because
just because you're undrafted don't mean you're not better.
That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, he better show us something. And also, I got my eyes on one guy and one guy alone based on name alone. Undrafted cornerback, Storm Duck.
Oh, hey,
that's a great name.
That's a good name right there.
Did you say dunk or duck?
Duck. Okay.
Storm
watch out.
Duck, as in quack quack.
Duck.
He should have went to Oregon. That would have been perfect.
Storm Duck. Wow. That's good.
Yep.
North Carolina. Tar Heel.
I'm surprised nobody tried to shoot him with all them hunters over there. We got a duck.
Quack, quack.
No, like it's Stunt Steve.
What's his real name?
I'm not making it's Storm Duck.
Storm Chandler Duck.
Yep.
He's white.
He is not.
What?
Contrary to Chandler belief.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Hey,
no.
Listen.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit here and act like I've swung and missed on this before.
No.
Right? Hartenstein. Hartenstein.
Yep. No, but this one is undeniable. He is not an intangible.
So he got a whole family of ducks.
That's right. The Duck family.
Yeah, I guess he does. How many schools did he play for, though? Okay, I do see him leaving Penn State, went to North Carolina. I also see him in a Louisville uniform. Man, the transfer portal is crazy.
He played last year. His last year was in Louisville, his COVID year. Before that, he was a Tar Heel.
Nothing at Penn State? Okay.
No, he made that up.
Okay. All right. Well,
Storm Ducks fly together.
Karen says Storm Duck is ironically Goosies.
I mean, if anybody is going to outperform Cam Smith, I guess Storm Duck is a pretty good place to go. But Cam's got to show me something.
Nah, for sure.
Wouldn't it be something if he started and they say at right corner, Storm Duck, and everybody's saying, go,
Jesus. Is that a duck? I don't think
what kind of duck are you have, dude?
What that was, dude.
Why does your duck sound like a vulture?
It's like a seagull. Very strange. What was that?
Hey, wait a minute. Now we making fun of it like it's a bird, damn it.
No,
Ethan, that was a condor, not a duck. Okay. Quack, quack, quack. It doesn't have the same.
No, but that would be fun. Like if Storm Duck becomes a thing for the Dolphins, like imagine he has a really great first day of practice in front of the fans, like on Sunday, and they just go quack,
quack,
quack, quack, quack, quack. Like we get Mighty Duck style with him.
That'd be good. Imagine the whole Hard Rock quacking.
If he has a pick in the game,
quack, quack.
You know the first headline is going to be Mighty Duck, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Tate South says you guys are triggering the murderer.
Oh, she says, look, wouldn't it be something? Look, her head just peeps into the game. I heard somebody was talking about birds.
Quack, quack. I would love that, dude.
Quack. Yeah.
That's great.
Or
How are we not going to root for this guy?
he should get some he should get some NIL from Affleck.
Too late.
Some or the Duck Dynasty guys.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Where they live? Ooh.
Wow. Oh, take a break. More to come here. We are live at Big Ten Media Day, Capital One Orange Bowl Media Tour presented by Duffy's Sports Grill. Back after this.
This hour Made this here with all that both.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. We're live from Big Ten Media Day, part of the Capital One Orange Bowl Media Tour, presented by Duffy's Sports Grill. Leroy, can you get a weather update from the DeMesman and Dover Law Firm?
Sure
YourAccuAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right. Over at the window flex, I'm looking out. It seems to only be partly cloudy today. Winds are coming out of the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, might be gusting a little bit higher. And I would say the temperature's around 85, 90 degrees. Look for a passing shower in the evening. The last few days has been looking kind of ominous, and you get a sprinkle here or there. No serious rain, but, it's that time of year.
Man, how do you do, Marcos?
Excellent. He's a golfer. It is currently 15 miles per hour winds, and they are coming out of the east, southeast. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible today. Will be like that for the next couple weeks, apparently.
He's good.
He's good.
He's good.
He's a golfer.
Mike McDaniel yesterday spoke to the media.
Hey.
It was brief.
Oh, that's good.
He's trying to be a good trooper, but he almost catches himself, and then he goes into internal thought while doing an interview, and it's like he goes,
here's Mick Coach, and he says not his job to get into contract talks with Tua.
I think it's important for me as the head coach and my connection with the players and what my bottom line job is to maximize their abilities, that I know where my place is in my relationship with him. I'm not involved in those things. My job is to focus on him getting better solely. I think in terms of hedging, I know as an organization, we've prioritized it by entering in negotiations a long time ago, whenever that started. That's that by doing that, and I think it speaks to kind of how important it is. Both sides they're relentlessly working on it. Great things take time. I don't think.
What the hell did he just say?
and that's what I mean. He's trying, and it's weird because when I hear Mike talk and I hear how he talks, I think about the old school coaches, right? And something that an old school coach would say is, well, he's under contract, he needs to be in camp, right?
Yep.
And those days are long gone. Now you have to be a little more politically correct and understand both sides of the situation. There's still some coaches who are a little abrasive when it comes to that contract stuff, right? Because they don't care. That's
but not as many anymore.
Not as
most
many because
are getting young.
They are getting younger. Many holdouts. There's too many holdouts. So
here, he was asked about if he would go to Chris Greer to talk about the Tua contract. This is what his response was to that question.
Mike, I imagine this is kind of a delicate middle ground with you with this contract deal because you're obviously the coach. At any point, do you talk to Chris and say, hey, for us to have the best success for this season, I need my quarterback fully in and everything?
No, I don't talk to Chris.
Oh, okay.
We got a rift.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a rift. It's just not that. Listen,
the rift, dude.
You have to understand that some coaches have power. Some coaches go in. Like, I'm more than sure that if they have contract discussions in Denver, that Sean Payton will have somewhat of a say-so, right? Because of what he has his hand in. I'm more than sure when you went to New England with Bill Belichick, if there was a contract dispute, then Bill Belichick was in those conversations because he had some control over that. Now, Mike McDaniel is the football coach. He don't have a say-so in, all that stuff. Will they ask him about players? Will they ask him about free agents? Will they ask him about the draft? Absolutely. But when it comes to contracts, he has nothing to do with that.
Here was a little bit more of him on any talks with Chris Greer about Tua.
It's an important important situation for both the organization and Tua and his family. Like, and everybody's aware of the importance to everyone. So, like, I don't need to remind anybody about that. I think when you're working in a healthy organization, there's enough empathy that, I know that he wants the contract done. And he knows that there's different things when that evolve if there's not. That's a known. There's no like secret to that. So everybody's trying their best to get a deal done. So we have to rely on that and hope.
What?
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Words means words.
Oof.
Hey, let me tell you, I can't compete with that. That's a Hall of Famer right there.
JFig says he's just saying the same thing in different words.
Right.
He just changes different long phrases.
Is that any different than the reporter asking questions in different words, but asking the same question?
Right. No, he's the pretzel man. He just keeps bending dough into different shapes.
Words means words.
I can't believe I said that nonsense serious. And that's usually Tobin goes, excuse me? Excuse me. But yeah, like, and I love the way they tried to ask it differently, right? Or I love the way you just said,
what if you would go to Chris?
I don't talk to Chris.
All right. Mike, what would you say if Tua came and just punched you right in the snot box? Does he still get snaps? But he says, I'm taking snaps today. Would you? It's like, what?
Yeah.
All right. New scenario. Tua goes out there and he just rips everybody publicly and says, you guys are cheap bastards. But would you still play him if he was ready to play?
That a boy.
Like, here's what we can't do, right? Don't make a person different because of a situation. You always have to assume he's going to be the person he's always been. If that's a malcontent, then you're going to get certain type of behavior. If he's not, then let's stop putting stuff on Tua that Tua could or should do that ain't Tua, right? I personally think it's going to hurt him in the long end because I went through the same thing. I think it's going to hurt him because they look at that. They look in as much as organizations want a team player and a company guy, when it comes to negotiations, they look at it as a weakness.
Yeah, the word was yesterday, I saw Armando Salguero report that there were multiple offers from the Dolphins and multiple counter offers from Tua's side. So there's been...
Well, if they're going back and forth, that means it's not that far off. Here's all that matters. Here's all that matters. See, contrary to popular belief, the Dolphins could give him $150 million, $160 million guaranteed. That's all that matters. And structure the contract that he counts for less than all the other people or more than the other people that just went. It's all about the guaranteed money or the average salary year. You can put on there that he makes $80 million the last year if you give him 160 guaranteed. And that makes the numbers look right, even though the contract is a little skewed, right? Everybody, he gets his guaranteed money. You get the number of where you want it, right? Because usually after the fourth year, you're going to redo it anyway. So if he signs a 5-year, $260 million contract with 160 guaranteed and you stretch all that out, Technically, that's only 5 years. The 160 is guaranteed. You see what I mean? You save yourself some money. That's why I'm having a hard time with this, because the numbers don't matter. The only thing that matters is the guaranteed money. And I can't see what's the difference between 140 million guaranteed and 160 million if you're going to be here 3 or 4 years.
We'll take a quick break. Mix things up coming up next.
WQAM brought
Back, everybody.
Roll out.
Boy.
Had to go on. I had to
Take
do
guys
a,
up until 2 here on the program.
had to do a poop patrol.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh, Pumpy.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know,
you get in there?
huh?
Did he get in there, or you were just patrolling to make sure he didn't?
No, oh, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you just know. And you know, we have this nice wooden dog bowl. You put the bowls in there,
Yeah.
right? And he's teething.
No.
So he'll bite a piece of the wood off of the dog bowl and make a run for it. And then you got to chase him. Like, it's hard because normally you get a dog after 2 months.
Yep.
We've had this dog 5 weeks. And he was 5 weeks old. So he was tiny.
Yeah, you guys are going through the entire process. Is it weird that my son also bites his wooden crib and runs away with it? Is that weird? Should I be concerned by that?
He's teething. You don't get him none of those little circle things. You freeze them, and then he chews them, and it makes it's good on his gums.
He's an animal, though. He really is an animal.
Baby tadpole turned into baby beaver.
He is a vicious child. He is physically gifted. He is very tall, and he is he's not thick to the point where he's like unhealthily obese, but he's at the top of the weight level. But this kid, not a thinker.
Zeus is, I think, 3, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
Oh,
he's moose.
Hey.
Let's mix things on up here, dude.
Let's mix it on up.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future. Welcome back, Frog Boy. Are you ready to man the mixed bag?
Yes, I am ready. I missed it. I missed the mixed bag. I should have just called every day and did a mixed bag. That's what I should have done. You guys interested in a little Team USA news?
Yes.
Have you guys had a chance to watch any of the Team USA games?
Ton of them.
Ton of them.
You're talking about basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched everyone except for Serbia because I was in the Dominican Republic, but I saw the highlights on Twitter.
You in the Dominican Republic? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Well, when discussing various members of international basketball, one that is not on the USA team but in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo became the topic of one conversation. Not to make this any political news, but Donald Trump, not sure if you guys saw it, had one of his old rallies in Milwaukee in which he called this NBA superstar and international superstar a very interesting nickname here. Listen to Donald Trump address the Milwaukee audience.
Milwaukee was great. They did a great job. The stadium is new. They built it for the basketball team, which is excellent. You know the Greek, right? The Greek.
Yes.
He's a good player, but they built it for the team, and it was like new. And it was one of the most, I think it was the greatest. I really believe it couldn't have been better. It was the greatest convention that anyone's seen thus far. Republican or Democrat.
Is that not right up his alley? Like, is that quintessential Donald Trump right there?
The Greek. He was beautiful. It was the greatest. It was the greatest. It was the best. And then you want to say the crowds. Look at these great crowds. Kamala has no crowds. I'm like,
the Greek.
That's exactly what we need to be talking about while running for president.
The freak, the Greek.
You know what, though? I give him credit. He saw the name and he's like, nah, I'm just going to cop out of it.
Into the what?
Yeah, I'm good. Giannis, nope. That's not how you.
I mean, he's like, it's amazing.
So
like, I try, like, I'm one of those people that I try to listen to both parties because I'm not one of those people that just listen to what people tell me, right? You should all take a lesson in that, you know, that just find out for yourself and then be free to vote for whoever you want to. But when he started saying, I listened to the first 15 minutes in hopes that he would give me an idea of what he wanted to do as president. And then he said, that last election was rigged. And if they do it again, the country's ruined. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
My favorite part is Dade South saying he was talking about the movers. You think he was talking about the Good Greek movers?
Good Greek, yeah, the Good Greek. You guys know, like, their commercials? They got the superheroes.
They're the best.
Yeah, like it's like, and then like people are buying it, just loving it.
Yeah.
What else you got, Marcos?
Another polarizing figure, although I loved him personally, Rasheed Wallace.
Oh, Sheed.
Yes,
hey, not to be trifled with.
No, I love
him and who's the old boy from New York, the Knicks.
James Johnson?
No, they got kicked out.
He's a Nets.
They got kicked out of the stadium.
Oakley.
There it is.
Oakley.
No,
Oakley. Remember they kicked Oakley out?
Yeah.
Charles Oakley and Rasheed Wallace are two dudes, and I'd be willing to put UD in that same group.
Yeah, of course. The last
as my man would say, they stand on business.
Any man that played professional basketball in Air Force Ones, not to be trifled with.
Yeah,
not to be trifled with at all.
Because let me tell you something, Air Force Ones are great to walk around in, but you can't do nothing athletic in them.
Nothing.
Way.
But Rasheed, though, he was dropping threes, man. Which hopefully that rubs off on this person who he's discussing right now. He said in regards to Bam Adebayo, he's not concerned about spacing when it comes to the Heat big man.
He could shoot. That's his main thing. He could shoot. He has post moves. It's like has that defensive presence. He has a defensive mindset. You know what I'm saying, to help out teammates, this and that. Because not only because he got to play the 5 now, but that was kind of sort of his mindset beforehand. You know what I'm saying, being in that power forward position. Step out there, knock down that 15-footer, face you up, score with his back to the basket, and he's a good interior scorer for the Heat. But I think he can be more effective if they get a natural 5 in here and move him back to that power forward.
Even with the spacing concern, because I think that's what people would say now. If they have him at the 4, Jimmy in there. Jimmy's not a great long range shooter, and unless your center's like a dead eye, you wouldn't worry about the spacing concerns.
Man, Denver ain't worried about no spacing concerns.
I mean, Joker can shoot it though. I agree. If they had a 5 that could shoot it a little bit, that would unlock
and that's
worlds for them.
It's not even shoot a little bit like Al Horford. Al Horford ain't the best 3-point shooter, but he can knock down more consistent shots from the corners. Yeah, and that's what you need. That spacing right there, and you got your least effective jump shot shooter in that dunker spot.
Wow.
Hey,
what's that? Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all why. Why are you smiling, Tobin? Why are you smiling, you fraud?
It's very insightful. He's known Bam since before college. He's worked out with him when he was in high school. Goosies.
Wow.
Finally, somebody says it. Thanks, Dade South, jackass. I've been saying it. Oh my goodness. Why don't y'all listen to me? Why I try to make valid points and y'all dismiss me? Why? And now we hear the same thing 2 years later, and now everybody is this. Oh, somebody had an epiphany. You know what? Y'all don't deserve me. Y'all don't deserve me. Y'all don't deserve me.
Wow.
Y'all don't deserve me. You don't listen. You don't listen. How long have I been saying Bam should have been a 4? Yeah.
Don't know if you've said that before. Have you said that before?
Hey,
Oh.
and Smeathan, you can kick the sharpest of rocks.
Wow.
You see what he put there? Baldy said Bam should have been playing the 4 years ago. I hate you.
What else you got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
UFC 304 is coming up. Tobin, does it tickle your fancy?
Let's go, dude. Hell yes, it tickles my fancy. First of all, I think this is going to be the craziest atmosphere ever because they're making the British stay up till 3 a.m. for their card.
Which is crazy in itself.
That's crazy.
Listen, we could barely get the British to stay up until 6 because when Conor McGregor fought in Vegas. They were climbing the lion.
Oh yeah.
Once a night, the police had to circle the lion and get somebody off of the lion. And somebody wanted to get. And I got up one morning early to go golfing, and somebody tried to get a ride with me. He said, I'd never been in an Uber before. I'm like, I'm going on the other side of town, dude. I just want to ride. I'm like, get away from me.
That's good. You should have given him a ride, Leroy. You never know, man. You never know.
So what's going on with the UFC?
Well, the co-main event, as you know, Tom Aspinall will be in a title bout against Curtis Blades.
He's good, Tom Aspinall.
He is so good that he decided the only way to make sure I prep these hands is to dip them in gasoline.
What?
As a percentage, how much harder are your hands after soaking them in the gasoline?
Mate, they're like absolute stones. You know what? I seen them new gloves. They sent me some of them new gloves. And they're a lot smaller than the other ones. There's a lot less padded on them. And I just thought, you know what? I need to harden the knuckles up. And that's the only way that I know how. So I've been doing the old gypsy method of dipping them in petrol. And it's they're like rocks, mate. Yeah.
Is any part of you concerned about the obvious health risks of putting your hands in petrol?
Which are what?
Follow-up.
I don't know. I just feel like having a flammable liquid seep into your hands is probably going to cost you at some point.
They're doing all right so far, mate. We'll find out on Saturday night, won't we? We'll find out if I get a disgusting knockout on Saturday, you better believe that half of the roster are going to be dipping the knuckles in petrol. So it'll be all good.
Hey, wait. Hold on.
It's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Like, dude. Like,
oh, you think it's crazy?
Go get me a cup of petrol. Need to dip my hands in it. Like, what are we doing? Oh,
this was him, by the way, FaceTiming with Ariel Helwani, showing him that he was actually doing it.
Whoa, look, he got a green can. Now, can he still use that once he puts his stone hands in it?
Can he still use what?
The petrol.
The gas?
No, I don't know.
Does he pour it back in the green?
You mean like recycle? I think so. Yeah, it's expensive. At least use it for like a lawnmower or something.
Yeah,
I've gotten some gas from Valero that probably has had a couple knuckles in it, if I'm being honest.
I'm going to be honest with you. Why did the gypsies come up with so many things that are weird?
You know what?
Because they didn't have access to everything. They didn't have access. They were always traveling, always on the road. So they had to be self-sufficient. They had to figure out ways to do things that didn't require like regular medicine and stuff like that.
Do you know Yuri Projaka or Poyaka or whatever? Apparently, he used to rub, or he decided to rub poison ivy on himself before the fight with Alex Pereira. It was to increase his endurance, apparently.
He's weird. Yeah, he's a weirdo. He lives in a tent like Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
But I like how he's just like
we thought Ricky was weird when he did that, right?
Yeah.
But we've got players that have been so much weirder. Now we don't think it's a big deal that Aaron Rodgers just goes on a ayahuasca retreat, right? Think about that.
Nope.
Think about how we thought of Ricky Williams when he said, "I'm going to live in the mountains and find myself," right? And now Aaron Rodgers doesn't go, "Oh, he's finding himself in ayahuasca." Come on, man. Oh, gosh. What are we doing?
I like the guy's like, "Are you concerned about health concerns?" He goes, "What health concerns?"
Yeah, what health concerns? I think there's just not enough research on the health concerns on what this can be in the long-term effects because no one does this, dude.
Gypsies, of course.
He's like, what? No proof? There's no research that proves that this can harm you. Yeah, because no one does this. That's why there's no research on it.
He also has needed a lot of help. Like I haven't realized Tom Aspinall, he's knocking out everybody in the first round.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought of him of needing another solution, but
endurance.
He's concerned with
the new gloves. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, he's talking about the new gloves and hurting his hands.
They're like stones, mate.
Strange. Very, very strange.
Strange.
The more and more I research this, the more I see like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. This may be a thing that someone just told him. Did Tyson Fury call him on this? Because I don't see this as like a practice.
I've never heard of anybody doing this. I've never heard of the Gypsy King Tyson Fury doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. But it explains a lot. Explains a lot.
Can I hear it one more time? I just want to hear his disgust of the guy even questioning him.
As a percentage, how much harder are your hands after soaking them in the gasoline?
Mate, they're like absolute stones. You know what? I seen them new gloves. They sent me some of them new gloves, and they're a lot smaller than the other ones. There's a lot less padded on them, and I just thought, you know what? I need to harden the knuckles up, and that's the only way that I know how. So I've been doing the old gypsy method of dipping them in petrol, and it's they're like rocks, mate. Yeah.
Is any part of you concerned about the obvious health risks of putting your hands in petrol?
Which are what?
I don't know. I just feel like having a flammable liquid seep into your hands is probably going to cost you at some point.
They're doing all right so far, mate. We'll find out on Saturday night, won't we? We'll find out if I get a disgusting knockout on Saturday, you better believe that half of the roster are going to be dipping the knuckles in petrol. So it'll be all good.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying about that.
It sounds like he's got a hell of an endorsement coming up with Shell.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Game ops, do your thing.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be something if after the fight he just spits fire?
Oh, that's a show.
Flaming knuckles.
Out of the dang. That's a good intro.
Whew. Take a quick break. Back with more after this.
Join hot.
back, back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Welcome back, everybody. This is Joe Burrow's new single.
Wow, what is up with his hair, dude? It's always
He
something
bleached
with
it.
him, huh? I know, but
He's very look at me.
very look at me. Like, he doesn't have the long hair like Trevor Lawrence, but every offseason we're talking about this guy's hair.
He's got something going on. He's a show pony, dude.
Show
Joe Burrow.
It's okay.
But he does look like he's that's his thing. It's his thing now.
He's a real Slim Shady now.
Yep.
What do they got going on over there at Big Ten Media Day? Sounds like they got some meetings have begun.
Right now, Minnesota head coach PJ Fleck
Meh.
is speaking to the masses. Nope, he just ended.
Oh, well, there goes PJ.
He's gone.
He's good.
He's done.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
The Gophers.
interesting.
Not getting to you though, Leroy, until last. Michigan goes last. Save the champ for last.
Yep.
Well, we'll most likely be off air at that point, right?
I don't know.
Okay, if possible, can you
I
yell
haven't
out?
seen seen any Michigan representatives over here or nothing.
Oh, they're chilling then. If you get a chance, yell out, "Why were you crying last year?" It's really neat. I just didn't respect that at all. He didn't.
It was
die.
emotional. It was emotional.
This is for you, Coach Harbaugh. I love these
Hey,
guys.
you know it's amazing.
Suspended for cheating.
You know how you say you never know when your opportunity comes in life?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that was his opportunity to show he could run that team?
Yep. Crazy. Did you guys see what happened yesterday with the UCLA coach?
No, what happened?
Kind of like froze on the stage.
What? Like
Yeah.
like Joe Biden or like what do you? Is he okay?
I guess he's fine. I think he's fine.
This is rough. just like froze on the stage.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get the video for you. But it was crazy. He was like, he wasn't moving. Like,
Okay.
I think he's just like he didn't want to talk.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. Freezes. Bombs introduction. So is this like a Deshaun Foster?
Is he like waiting for questions or?
See, this is I remember him actually when he played for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's young. He's like, but he gets up there yesterday, and I don't know. Yeah, he's just not a big talker. I think it just got awkward for him.
Somebody said elevator went up and it got caught between floors.
Here was the clip of it yesterday, but it was weird.
Coach Foster, welcome to the Big Ten. We'll begin with your opening statement.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. Glad to be a part of this great conference. Finally putting two great emblems together, UCLA and the Big Ten. We're a school that's won, 123 championships, so this fits us being right in this conference. Football-wise, we're just excited. I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA. It's us and USC.
Oh my goodness. Please.
We
the crash and burn.
I'm just basically excited, really. That's it. Any questions?
In a second.
What the hell?
Can I tell you? Can I tell you
He lost.
what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Yeah.
He thought in his mind with the things he was gonna say would last longer.
Yeah.
And when it lasted like 3 seconds, he was like, damn.
That happens. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely happens.
No, it does. I'm telling you.
See,
I've been asked to speak I'm asked to speak at certain things. They say take 15 minutes, and I'm up there thinking, I'm gonna go through this like it's nothing, right? And I do stuff and go on and on and on and on and on. Take a gander at my clock, and it's been 3 minutes. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. It's a little intimidating too. If you've never done this, it's his first job. Like, look, I'll give you guys a shot at the stage. Like,
right,
it's a big stage. Like,
but here's the other thing, though. Here's the other thing.
Oh.
And I would say this. It just might not be his environment, because he had to talk and to sound convincing to get that job.
For sure.
Right. And so from that standpoint,
I mean, he was in a Super Bowl, dude. He had to do Super Bowl media.
Can I tell you the most awkward I've ever been in a speaking situation?
Yeah.
Right. And Tobin remembers this. We all had to sit in a room and parade in front of sales like strippers and tell them about ourselves. Now, in no way, shape, or form in my life have I had to go in front of somebody and tell them what I did earlier in my life, ever.
Yeah.
And so it was an uncomfortable situation that I almost went up there in anger, right? Because the whole point of sales is to sell every angle that you have about your talent. And the fact that I had to go tell them about what I've done in my life, I was, to be honest with you, didn't have much to say because I was pissed off about it. And so that's the most uncomfortable that I have ever been, speaking in front of a group of people, even though I knew everybody. It just seemed like damn near demeaning.
He did seem kind of pissed, though. He did seem kind of like they had agreed someone else would talk, and then last second they're like, Deshaun, get up there. And he's like, me? You want me to do it?
I think it's one of those things like, listen, this PJ Fleck was going on forever. Chatty. I don't even know what he was saying, but I know he was up there forever. I'm like, that had to be a record.
Exactly, Dave. Exactly, Dave. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Zig.
Oh, that was the most awkward meeting.
That was the day we almost got fired.
Yeah, either fired or assassinated.
Oh my goodness, it was the worst.
KGB was gonna come after us.
Oh my goodness. Like, and first of all, just know, like, the kind of show that we've done, we do it everywhere we go. So if we just out in the hallway messing around, we doing something stupid, right? So everything gives us a chuckle. And we sitting in this very serious meeting, people coming down from New York and from Philly, and they're talking, and the lady said, does everybody know how to use the Googles? And I looked at Beast. Beast looked at Tobin. I looked at Tobin, and I was going,
because we were on opposite corners of a conference table.
Right. And I'm sitting like right next to the lady, and I'm like, oh God, we're gonna get fired. And I'm like, we can't do this. We can't do this. We cannot go to the, like, no. And it's not a matter of us not taking it serious, but it's just our normal silly nature that we're listening to things like we do on our show every day. If you screw up saying something, excuse me, right? Oh man,
that's not a good look though. Like at a certain point, like as a player, if your coach is yelling at you, like how long before you fire back and say, "Shut up before I make you talk in public"? Like, it's supposed to be your leader, dude.
But here, that's the difference between coaching college kids and coaching pros.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. I can imagine Leroy would have something to say about that.
Karen is referring to him as the reverse McDaniel.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he started off with a bang, and then he realized
you can see where the script ran out.
Yeah.
He's like, he started doing geography. You know, we're there, USC's there, population of over 5 million. You know, like What are you doing, dude?
I know. We're in the same city with USC. Like certain things, like you could tell he ran out of stuff to say when he said, "We're in LA." Yes, University of Los Angeles. Right? University of California, Los Angeles. Like I would hope you're not in San Diego. Right? like I just and I felt bad for him because I know what that feels like, right?
I felt bad for him too.
Awkward, just awkward.
Hey, it worked out for Sirianni. Sirianni had a really weird first press conference. He made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like see, and that's what I always say. And Tobin, you hear me say this all the time about players. Like people get on players for how they talk or what they say. And I'm like, not everybody is a good public speaker. Like just because you play football don't mean you can talk. And so you have people who are very uncomfortable with it. The classic is Ricky Williams. The dude wore a helmet because he was just so shy. And nobody gives you a pass for that. They take every word you say, every word, and I'm like, man, it's tough. I feel bad for guys. Some guys are talkers. Some guys know how to handle themselves in front of a mic. Other guys don't. They just want to play football. And we don't give any of them a pass.
We'll take a quick break here on the show. We are live from Big Ten Media Day. It's the Orange Bowl, Capital One Orange Bowl Media Tour, presented by Duffy Sports Grill. Back with more for this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, Misfits Boxing is coming to the James L. Knight Center in Miami on August 10th. And we'll give away a pair of tickets this hour as the event features the highly anticipated match between FaZe Temper and Josh Bruckner. Keep listening to our show for details on how you can win. Updates from Miami Dolphins training camp, Leroy. Tua Tagovailoa. No throws today. Did not work out. Stayed on the sidelines. Did not have any action today. From the Miami Herald, Tua, in the midst of contract negotiations with the team, did not participate in on-field work during Thursday's practice. He stood on the sideline listening to the coach's communication in his headset. That was the extent of his participation in day 2. So there you go. Yesterday, he did 7 on 7s. Today, he did no on 7s and no on 11s. Just listened.
He did warm up.
He did, yeah. He did warm up.
Pretty soon, he's like, hey, keep going. I'm gonna stop doing warm up.
Yep. Crazy. It's gonna keep just every day. There's less. Every day I come here. The hold-in.
Oh my God.
Less and less.
Here we go.
What?
If he don't want to play football for $23 million, F him.
Man. All right.
I don't know. Like, I'm not necessarily the biggest Tua fan, but after hearing the amount of other situations that are as similar as his, and people are getting compensated, or people are causing more of a stink, I don't blame Tua. I really don't. I mean,
I think he should have done more of a stink.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you kind of like, you either do the stink or you don't. I feel like now it's kind of weird. Like, are you doing it? Are you not? I thought, it's weird. It's strange.
Hey,
it's strange.
I love the way. Here's how fans are. This is the perfect fan. I could care less about his contract or Tyreek 2K or first in passing yards. Stats are for losers. Beat Mahomes. Simple.
What? Simple.
So
only one guy active in the league has done it in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Do it.
So I have a question. So you don't think Josh Allen's worth his money? Josh Allen has beaten him. How about Lamar Jackson? Right? So according to you, the only guy that can beat him is retired and Tom Brady.
I think everybody's going to Patrick Mahomes.
Or Joe Burrow.
You want to know something? Some good news, though?
Yeah, I do.
Cam Smith. Remember I told you last hour?
Oh, stop.
Got to show me something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Miami Herald says cornerback Cam Smith sacked Mike White in 7-on-7 drills.
Wait. Wait.
Corner.
Say that again.
Cash that in, baby.
And then I want you to break it down.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Yeah, maybe he didn't hear me because
maybe I didn't hear you.
Maybe Cam Smith, you guys didn't hear this in the way in, but I said I want Cam Smith. You got to show me something. And when I said show me something, I'm not there, but I want to read that he showed somebody something. From the Miami Herald, cornerback Cam Smith sacked Mike White in 7-on-7 drills.
Now, what's the important part of that whole story?
Sacked Mike White.
Yeah, for sure. I'd
sacked,
say that.
dude.
7-on-7. There were no damn linemen.
Well, you can only beat who
nobody. Wait.
You can only beat who you can beat.
Are you giving him a sack?
Yeah.
When nobody's pass protecting? Do you know how ridiculous you sound?
No, dude. I mean,
nobody's blocking.
They know who to count.
Nobody's blocking.
He earned it.
Nobody's blocking.
Element of surprise.
You can get a sack on 7-on-7.
I don't know, dude. You got to show me something. You got to start somewhere.
It's hot
outside.
What do you mean? He's fighting the elements.
I'm not doing this. You guys are just ridiculous.
That's good though. It's a step in the right direction, though, right, Leroy?
It was a step in the right direction.
I would hope he could get a sack if nobody blocks him, because there's nobody blocking on the whole.
Nobody else is getting sacks. He's racking them up.
Oh my goodness,
he's up there. He is leading the league.
Dude, the fact that was even reported is why I get so angry during camp.
Wow.
And Steven, I almost cussed. Right? Do you see what he put? If he counted 7 Mississippis, then the sack is valid.
That's true.
He's right.
He's right. Yeah.
He's right, dude.
Oh, for sure.
He's right, dude.
Hey, guess how many Mississippis you get in the pass game? 3.
Yeah. At a certain point, they had to switch it to man. 1 man, 2 man.
All I just need to see something. It doesn't need to be the biggest thing. He just needed to show me something.
Dude, can I just tell you, you have hit an all new low. You have hit an all new low.
How about this?
I'll just tell you right now.
Always rubbing his hands.
Woo! An all new low.
Seems
a sack on
Hold on.
7 on 7.
Pretty good.
A sack
like you had
on 7 on 7.
Got another one for you.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I'm not.
One eye,
From the great Omar Kelly.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't lie.
We had ourselves a little rookie showdown. Showdown, dude.
Yeah.
So
And he
wait.
says-
Let me set the tone.
Rookie showdown.
So there's no pads, right?
No, there's
Well,
pads.
There's no pads. There's no pads. They're
There's
just
no pads.
yeah.
Not even
there's
shoulder
no-
pads?
No,
Nah,
not
not even
no.
shoulder pads.
They're in the same gear they were on for OTAs. Go.
Cup, maybe?
Rookie left tackle, Patrick Paul,
Patty Paul.
held Chop Robinson in an attempt to protect Skylar Thompson.
Oh.
Chop Robinson had to cheat. You had to cheat to get him.
Or maybe Paul was cheating. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Patrick Paul held him, so he had to cheat.
Look at
Want to know
that.
why?
Yep.
Chop Robinson set the edge.
Look at that. Oh,
Too fast, dude.
Hey, that's what you want to hear. That is what you want to hear. Rookie showdown.
Rookie showdown, dude.
They got no pads. How can they do all that, Leroy? That's going to translate to the game.
You know, some of the best football I ever played was going on the field and not worrying about getting hit.
Interesting.
Oh my goodness.
But in a mano battle, Leroy, you would agree.
Yep.
Like if he's already cheating without the pads on, the only person you're cheating is cheating yourself.
The only person you're cheating is cheating yourself. Can't cheat the game. Can't do it.
It's tag team now. Okay,
Chop,
I
chop.
see what you're doing. You guys are a tag team in it.
Chop, chop. Whoa, that's how we get. That's how we clap for him. That's good. I like that. You got it right now.
Like you go break into a Latin dance.
We've gotten 2 different game ops when Storm Duck gets a pick and quack 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 quack, and then now we have chop chop. I like it. This is good.
I'm so happy camp is back, dude.
Camp football.
This is exciting. Rookie showdowns.
Cam Smith.
You want some more? You want some more observations?
You got more?
I don't. I really don't. I don't.
Come on,
One more?
Leroy. Just
No.
one more.
Come on, just for the people.
Come on, now. Do it for the boys.
I gotta make it a good one though. Let me just.
Oh yeah, you didn't have one, Tino. Come on.
I have many, but he's only let me use one, so I want to.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta find.
Oh,
the
okay.
Good updates.
Okay.
Good updates.
All right, ready?
Yo, let me hear.
From Omar Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
The defensive line owned the offensive line in the trench battle of the first 11-on-11 period.
Look at that.
In one sequence, Mike White had the entire defensive line in his face before he threw the ball 3 seconds after he likely would have been sacked.
3 seconds after. Wow.
You know what it sounds like to me, dude? This is 2-0 Bob and Weave versus Mike McDaniel. He needs his quarterback back. He needs his quarterback back.
Or they need pads.
Well, I mean, you can only win with
Dude,
with
you know how? Listen, here's what happens this time of year. The defensive line coach is yelling at his guys, get off the ball. Now, with no pads and you trying to block those behemoths, it's a bit difficult. So there's a lot of that with no pads. I promise you, it won't look like that when they put pads on. Which is why this is stupid.
I don't say stupid.
Stupid. It's stupid.
Oh wow, Tua's got the old. He's got the hoodie on. No helmet either.
Wow, he's not even listening anymore.
Man, wow. Ball cap. He's just got the ball cap on today, dude.
Frosty. It's getting frosty over there. It is getting frosty over
there. Little icy.
Will the deal get done?
I don't know. Does he have an iPad on? Or an iPod on his arm? Was he listening to tunes?
Can I tell you, iPods are making a comeback. If you guys,
dude, I've seen that. It was weird. I was when I was on vacation. I saw a lady. She had like the mini iPod.
Yeah,
that she clipped on her.
That?
Yeah, the shuffle.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that one too. The little clip on, right? He changed colors.
Yeah,
that was good days, man. iPods are coming back. So if you have them, hold on to them.
Why are they making a comeback?
Kids these days, they just out of nowhere, the retro items would just make a comeback. But be careful, because what they're doing is they're taking the old iPods, they're painting them cute little colors, and then they're charging you $500 for them. And it's like,
interesting.
What are we doing here? Yeah.
Well, we'll take a break. Play a little Goosies, No Goosies next.
Come on, the trenches, Leroy.
Let's shake our tail feathers, ladies and gentlemen. It's Goosies, No Goosies. We're here. I'm in Indianapolis, thankfully, for the last day.
Do they have good food by any chance? Do they even have?
I will
food?
say,
yeah,
dude, shout out to Javi
all right.
on Instagram. He recommended a place last
Oh yeah,
night.
he told me. You sent me a picture. I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah, it's called The Eagle.
The Eagle.
And
the Eagle.
It was really good. Really good fried chicken.
Oh,
so
okay. Oh,
hey,
so they give me a little honey pot, like Winnie the Pooh.
Next week when I come in, I will find that beer and bring it to you.
Oh, the strawberry beer. Yeah, I had a strawberry beer cider too, Marcos. That was really good.
Damn. Okay. So that's good at the very least. I've been to Arizona before, Flagstaff or something like that, and it was very nice people. Very nice people, but God, that food was horrible. The best food I had was like Papa John's, which was crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've gone to a couple places that have been decent. I went to a pizza place that was good.
Nice.
Not the first night. That was awful. But I found a couple of
not everywhere at 1 a.m. you can get lobster mac and cheese like we did on the strip.
Right. It's not. It ain't Vegas, dude. It ain't Vegas. Meanwhile, Tua, we'll get back into this at the top of the hour, but Tua today did not participate. Here's a couple of screenshots. These are from WPBF, but you can see Tua. He is
wow.
Just chilling.
Ball
cap Tua.
Nothing says I ain't doing bleep today except hands in
hand in the pockets.
Yeah. And there he goes with his iPod. That's crazy. That is interesting.
He's wearing a lot of teal, isn't he?
A lot of teal, a hoodie.
Yeah.
Too. That's interesting.
Although I would wonder for him, why does he need the red non-contact jersey?
Yeah. I think we get it, dude. I think the hands in the pockets is good enough indication.
Oh, man. All right, what do you got, Marcos, for Goosies, No Goosies today?
All righty then, gentlemen. Let's get started with hearing from one of the Dolphins' premier players on the defensive side of the ball, Mr. Jalen Ramsey. As we know, for a good portion of his career when he was in Jacksonville, a lot of the times he was tasked with shadowing the team's best wide receiver, which could be boring sometimes because they're just not going to throw to wherever the hell Jalen Ramsey is. So this is Ramsey saying that moving makes him a better, more engaged player. Here is the Dolphins cornerback.
Well, it allows me to showcase all of my skill set, all of my abilities. It allows teams not to always be able to dictate where I am. It allows me to be more involved in the game and the game plan, not get bored out there on the field. And, I think it opens up a lot of opportunities and plays for other people as well when I get to be versatile and do different things.
I get the Goosies, man. Like, if you have one of your best players excited on defense and more engaged, I think that's nothing but a good thing.
Yeah, makes sense. Leroy, what about you?
I got the Goosies. Here's the interesting concept, right? Use your best players to the best of their abilities, okay? That's why Tyreek is Tyreek. That's why Jalen is Jalen Waddle is Jalen Waddle. That's why Tua is Tua. Tua's strengths are getting rid of the ball quickly and accuracy, right? So all the routes that all these guys run are based on that, right? Why or like there's two schools of thought. There's certain coaches that come in and say, I want to look at all my talent and I want my talent to flourish on the field. I want them because if every player on the field is doing the best that they can and doing what they do best, we have a better chance to win. And there's other coaches that come in and say, my system works. We're going to fit guys into my system and blah, 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 blah. Right? I don't know why in today's sports that we don't have guys doing what they do best. Right? And Jalen Waddle's always been that guy. I'm going to lock your guy down. I'm going to lock your number one guy down. That's where I flourish. That's what I do. So, I got the Goosies seeing Jalen Ramsey do what Jalen Ramsey does.
Goosey.
He ain't here to play zone corner. You ain't paying him all that money because he's gonna drop back and play thirds or quarters. You got him on this team because he's one of the best cover guys in the league, and he can lock people down.
What about you, Frog Boy?
I definitely have the Goosies. Because, like he said, your best player on defense, you're gonna want to be able to use him the most versatile ways you can, especially when you got the sack master Cam Smith coming off the edge. Boom, baby! Sack.
Do you know how rare corners blitz? Okay.
They'll never see it coming. I agree, Leroy.
Well, we don't know. Like, it's the bob and weave, you know?
Yeah,
he comes with tsunamis.
That's different. You remember the last time Brian Flores was running that defense? Brandon Jones had a hell of a season blitzing from that safety position. Just got to switch it up, dude.
He's just, when he crunches the ice, he's reached
anger.
top disgust.
Really just anger.
What else you got for Goosies, no Goosies?
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Hey, can I tell you something about him?
Please.
Love him, dude. He's the best.
Love that guy. Never wanted to trade him. Love
Never,
that guy.
dude.
Jaime Jaquez recently in Spain, España, playing pickleball with Boban. Little pickleball action.
Jeez.
Wow.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never mind.
All right.
What do you mean, never mind?
So I guess there's their two girlfriends or whatever.
I believe that's Mrs. Bobby, and I believe that's Jaime Jaquez's girlfriend.
Is he? He's. I didn't know Boban was Spanish. Is he?
From
He's not.
España? He's not.
There's some. No, he is Serbian, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
They're doing something like with the Players Association, like international basketball outreach.
You could put two Mrs. Bobans on top of each other just to give them a kiss.
That's right.
He is very, very gigantic.
I'm surprised he's able to play pickleball. Like, I feel like pickleball
He can barely run in basketball.
No, that's the benefit of pickleball. The fact that you don't have to be running as much as tennis. I think there's a thing called the kitchen. I just always hear people say that.
What?
I don't know. It's a part of the court, I think. But you can just stay in the kitchen all day, apparently, if you're tall.
I've always wanted Boban on the Heat.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Just for vibes.
Just for funsies.
You know, Boban plays like 12 minutes a game.
Doesn't matter. Just makes the fans happy.
Yeah, and that is true. No matter where Boban plays, when Boban goes in the game, everybody get excited.
Yeah, dude.
Most
I
beloved man.
love Boban. I mean, we don't have to root for him because we just have all these players. But, I mean, I just wish one day we could do a Boban season.
Hey,
that would be fun.
You could tell Robbie visits here well. Steven, is that Boban squeeze?
I don't know. Is a wife a squeeze?
I mean, I would guess so.
No, what is we gotta find out now.
Silly Sauce says Tobin would start calling him Bobby. I believe he is. Isn't he Toby and Bobby? Him and Tobias Harris when they're best friends. It was Toby and Bobby show.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Now, where's Tobias Harris now?
He is in Detroit.
Right.
Okay.
Oof.
Where good players go to die.
Oh man.
That team ain't been good.
I do really enjoy the Goldfish commercials where he did.
Yeah.
Like Tobias Harris gets so mad because he asked for a handful.
Rip the bag.
Oh man. What else? Do you have the Goosies? I have the Goosies. Look at Jaime having fun.
Yeah, come on.
Goosies.
Leroy Goosies, no Goosies.
I do. I mean, I like seeing, guys enjoy their off season and do other things and stuff like that. And our man Jaime been living it up, huh? Modeling.
Yeah, he has.
All over playing a little basketball, go drop 29, 23, then go back to what he was doing. Yeah.
Wow.
Happy for Jaime. What about you, Marcos?
By the way, a squeeze is a girl or a guy who is not one's girlfriend, but often has relations with that person anyway. So
we call that a side chick.
Well, the sentence they use as an example.
We call it sneaky link.
She's not my girl.
Is it called sneaky link?
Sneaky link? Yeah.
Sneaky link.
That's
Yeah.
what the kids say.
Yeah.
Anyways, my
What else you got?
Goosies are definitely there because I love Boban. Number 3,
Goosies. Love Boban.
the Marlins. Yes,
No
that's
Goosies.
right. Oh, come on.
Kind of rolling?
Kind of rolling right now. They won a series. That's one of the rare things.
They're playing right now.
I mean, winning a series against the AL East, leading Orioles, top of the division, but not for the Marlins. Does that give you Goosies?
No, because I feel like I'm just rooting for trade value. Like, Tanner Scott's been unhittable.
Yeah.
No
You know.
Goosies.
That
I guess
it's a terrible spot to be in with this team because they have played themselves out of it to the point where if they turn it around, the people that helped them turn it around are trade bait. Right? Yeah. No Goosies. And they're playing right now. They're playing the
Dan Day and Vlad are at the game. I saw.
Oh, they really?
I saw.
They love a little
moves.
afternoon baseball.
That's their favorite, dude. Noon baseball is their jam.
I used to love it too. I had season tickets to the Indians, and I would go to more noon games than anything because you can get in, get out.
Yep, in and out, dude. I love a Marlins game. You get in and out easy. I mean, many of them are like that, but you know what I mean. Easier drive out of Miami if it's one. I guess, but I'm kind of with Leroy. No Goosies. Marcus, you got the Goosies?
Nah, it's okay. Like you said, too little, too late. Dude.
No Goosies.
All right. Got time for one more?
Yeah, give us one more.
What about the bob and weave defense dominating day 2?
Wow. Goosies, dude.
Let's go.
Goosies.
I don't know. I'd go that.
Yeah.
Leroy, but Leroy, come on.
Back to reality. 5-0 in the third. I do not have the Goosies.
What?
Oh.
Because it's day 2 and nobody has a mouthpiece in.
No Kendall Fuller, Calais Campbell today.
I need to see
Kendall Fuller.
Some kind of game, right? Some kind of scrimmage, some kind of practice with pads on to get a better idea of how good these guys are going to be. That's just
but let's be honest. Even if I got excited about pads on, you'd be like, "We'll do it in the preseason," and then you'd be like, "Oh, it's preseason." Like you're gonna move the goalpost. I mean, you're not gonna let me be excited about it.
Right?
I'm not gonna move the goalpost, but here's the reality of it.
Goalpost mover.
There's a big difference in practice and practicing in pads and not being tackled, not being cut, not being, hit. You're just thudding. And so while I'm still gonna say the same thing, right? I think you'll get a better indication of what the offensive line is doing and how they can operate and who can block and who can't when they get on pads and do drills that are closer to football. So, yeah.
So
that is Goosies, no Goosies. I have the Goosies.
It don't take much for you to get goosed up. Don't take much.
I mean, come on, man. The bob and weave defense, Leroy. Come on. Look at that. Cam Smith. Here he comes.
You gave this defense that nickname, and now we got to live with it.
Did you ask the Nike guy what he thought of Swedish Swish?
No, I didn't.
No, I forgot. That's what I'm going to bring you.
Wow.
I'm going to bring you a 6-pack and some Swisher Sweets.
Love it. Take a break. Back after this.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy,
what's up?
How are you, man? I missed you, buddy. I definitely missed you for my 3 days gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some good work in though. Your boy got the little jokey jokes in Tampa. It was pretty good, man. It was a pretty good show. Orlando, we got coming up. I should have a lot of family there. So I'm excited, man. I got to get working on these jokes though, man. I try to keep it fresh every time. I can't just do the same script. Like Jalen Ramsey was mentioning, you can't just have him on one side of the field doing the same thing every time. I got to do different jokes every time.
You get enough jokes and then you mix them up.
Yeah, exactly. But I've seen comedians who tour and they do 3 or 4 different times they've done the Miami Improv. They do the same jokes every time. Same like a script. It's the worst. It really sucks. But I'm a professional.
I never anytime I've been in that environment, I didn't do a script. I just spitballed.
Spitball, dude. I mean, because you're a professional. You're a pros pro. Not like Tobin, who was hobnobbing just now.
That was hobnobbing, dude.
Actually, speaking of hobnobbing, I was hobnobbing with one of your favorite people, Tobin.
Who's that?
Partied with them. Has a let me read it. Oh, my phone's dead, of course, because I'm a horrible person. But I currently in my phone have an inbox message.
Phone.
Hey,
Flip
don't,
phone.
Don't judge. Don't judge. No need to judge. I have in my phone currently inbox a message that says we're best buddies. I'm paraphrasing. Wow. We're friends. We're had such an impeccable experience with me hanging out, and that is none other than Lusaka Polite.
Wow,
that's my boy.
Hey, you want me to get him on?
Lusaka?
Yeah.
Tell him that you know me, Leroy. Be like, hey, what's up?
Wow.
Remember I was off that Friday? I told you that's who I golfed with.
Yeah, you did just see Lusaka Polite. Yeah. That's right.
I should have mentioned it too. Now look, what a small world, Leroy.
This is not fair. Everybody's gotten to meet Lusaka
I'm gonna say
Polite.
No.
Just as polite as his last name. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do it right now.
When the Dolphins had a visit the classroom, Lusaka Polite visited Mrs. Tobin's classroom. She's gotten to meet Lusaka Polite. I've never gotten to meet Lusaka Polite.
Shoot him a text, be like, hey, I saw your boy Marcos. You know, now Leroy, you can tell people you know me. You know, you can tell people you know me. It's a good feeling.
You know who I am.
I had another friend who actually I grew up with. He was in Tampa. He saw Crowder out in a bar. He went up to him and was like, yo, hey, you know, you do comedy with my friend Marcos. Unfortunately, my friend who I'm talking about tore his ACL maybe about 2 weeks ago. I just texted him. Ask him about me, man. Ask him. That's my boy.
I did.
You're like, do you like to laugh?
Yeah, right. But yeah, my boy was on crutches, you know, had, you know, hobbled up to Crowder, like, hey, you know, my friend Marcos, you know, having a real experience trying to connect. He bought tickets to the show, was kind enough. I see Crowder the next day and I'm ready to brag, like, hey, someone recognized you, but because of me. And then the first thing he said was, yeah, I met your little cripple ass friend yesterday.
Wow.
He tore his ACL.
Let's get to headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. No, but what was he doing? He was there for a golf tournament because they do them all over, and I think he said he had one in Orlando.
No, he had to make a pit stop. He wasn't originally going to the show, so yeah, he must have been doing something else in the area, like you said, and then he just made a pit stop with us, and now we're friends.
I just figured that he'd be around somewhere mauling people.
Oh, he's by the way, he's still in great shape.
He's still thick. He's thick now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh no, wait. No,
does it bother you though that like most people think that's how you were?
Yeah,
like
a lot of people think that. It's the most amazing thing that I can't tell people that's not me, dude. I was never that. No.
Yeah, definitely a different build for sure, Leroy. You've been hitting the gym recently, looking good. So you've
trying to, yeah, man. I'm trying to.
Gotten slimmer for sure. Ever since that doctor said,
how's your trigger finger, by the way?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I haven't seen it.
Whoa!
It's gone?
Look at that.
I got like a couple of shots. Can I just tell you, when they stick needles in small areas, Yeah. But here's the thing. They say, I'm gonna give you a shot to numb it.
Yeah.
Well, that shot hurts too.
Yeah, can I get a shot to numb the shot that numbs it?
And then but because here, the other shot, they move around. So they inject a little bit of stuff here and here and here, right? And then I couldn't really feel my hand for like a few hours. And then, yeah, perfect.
Wow, look at that.
I was like,
Uh,
hey,
this is-
can I take some of that home with me just in case, I get another trigger finger?
This is from Cam Wolf of NFL Network.
Mm,
Tua Tagovailoa
Huh?
watched day 2 of Dolphins training camp in uniform. Didn't practice at all. Much different Miami offense without Tua. Dolphins defense dominated again.
Wow. That's good. That's
You
got
know
to
what
bode well for his negotiations.
Sounds like Tua did not like Mike McDaniel's answers. Yeah, that's why he turned up the heat.
Wow.
He says you were, he probably like went up to him and goes, "You're a little half-assed with your answers.
Oh, you
You know,
want
a lot of words. Not like, Mister, I don't want to have a piece. Who got the job because of me? What if this led to like a rifty rift between the both of them?
Oh, wow. That's not good. That's not good for, obviously that's not good, but like that's their careers both not depend on each other, but are really synonymous with each other's success. So
Intertwined.
there's a little rifty rift is not gonna go well for Mr. McDaniel, dude. But
You're gonna just let some guy, Mike McDaniel, I thought any quarterback could step into the system and do it. And then one day of Mike White, they're like, Jesus.
Where is Skylar Thompson?
Oh, he's there.
Yeah.
And then they got the UTEP quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nothing says I'm a gunslinger like UTEP quarterback, right?
That's
I just
right.
picture him walking to the line of scrimmage bow-legged.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, boy.
Can I just tell you, watching these 4 dogs interact is pretty amazing.
Do they all sleep with each other?
Well,
or does the little one get preference now?
The 2 little ones, because the way Rebecca's bed is, she put like a comforter underneath her bed, and so the 2 little ones can go under her bed and they sleep in there. The only one that Dre is scared of is Zeus, because when he first got here, I thought Zeus was gonna eat him, and so now he'll go up and play with Zeus, and then Zeus will turn and look, and he just lay down. But here's the kicker: he gonna be like 60 or 70 pounds, and when he gets to that size, I'm wondering if he gonna be like, "What's up?" Right? I'm a big dog now.
He's gonna feel froggy,
or he gonna.
No one's ever gonna be as big as Zeus.
No, or he's gonna show them how to run away because he can jump over fences. Those dogs got mad hops.
Athletic.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, so now he's the size where you would normally get a dog, right? 8 to 9 weeks is when you go buy a puppy. They won't even give him to you because, they want him with the mom and the shots and stuff like that. So now, because, being like 5 weeks is brutal. Dude.
Leroy.
He don't go in the grass. He's too little.
What you reading?
What's
you
up?
Guess what just got released, dude?
Oh,
please, dude, I'm getting up. If you say it,
all right, we'll go to break. We'll do it next. Welcome back, everybody.
One more time. I would like to respond to Dolphin Dan. What kind of dog is he? A pointer? No, he is a Belgian Malinois.
Huh?
Police dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Not to be confused with the German Shepherds. They are like reverse German Shepherds.
Right.
Malinois.
That's a pretty dog.
Yeah, it's a pretty dog for sure.
I knew that dog was going to be your dog, though.
Oh, Leroy loves that dog so much.
He does. He's snuggling with him. I'm like, that's
Dude, but that's not even the problem. Is this? Think about this. You're fostering a dog, and every time you take him to one of the little dog fairs where he can get adopted, he wails until you take him back. Like, even when they put him in a car, they go, "Uh-oh, no, we're going to another one of those places." He don't like being in the car, nothing.
All right, so let's get to this. This is from our boy, Chris Perkins.
Oh, Perk. The real Perk.
He starts off today. Dolphins rookie edge rusher. Chop Robinson.
Chop.
Had a breakout day on Thursday.
Breakout! Woo!
Somebody bring me the axe.
That's it.
Bring me the axe.
Chopping away.
Wow.
That's it. You know what? I got a promotion. First 100 people get a slap chop. We're giving away slap chops. First 100 people. There you go.
Look how many onions I have.
So great. Dang. Okay, so does that mean Leroy?
You guessed it, Marcos. You guessed it.
Sacks.
Stock up, stock down.
Oh!
Stock up.
Love that.
Edge rusher Chop Robinson. The first round pick had success one-on-one against right tackle Austin Jackson.
Oh, look at that.
Not left tackle Patrick Paul. It was a strong showing, especially as practice got later after a low-profile opening day.
Look at that.
So if you bought Chop Low yesterday, it paid off for you.
Look at that.
I mean, all right, whatever.
That's good news. We need him to make an impact right away, Leroy.
Yeah, left side and right side, versatile.
Because once you chop, you just don't stop.
Wow.
Dude.
Hey.
Dude.
Chop and give me 50. All right. This is good. We're good. Okay, fine. The physicality can't be measured, but the versatility can.
I understand. I know why Leroy's a little disappointed because he thinks we're being homers right now, and you're right. Leroy, I'm sorry. With stock up must come stock down.
Wow. All right. So whose stock is down?
Well, stock down. Running back Chris Brooks.
Oof. Wow. Okay.
Yep. Apparently, the second-year player lost a fumble on a pitch.
What?
And dropped a wide-open pass.
Oh, come on, Butterfingers. Oof. Stock down. Stock down on Brooks.
Stock down. That's stock down.
Look at that. That's fair. Leroy, that's balanced. You know.
We're the journalists, dude.
That's it, man. Even science said it. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. It's like a thermodynamics or something.
Oh my goodness, please stop.
What? Science, I think.
You're not that smart. So let me get
come on.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
Why?
doing it. Ain't nobody hit nobody. Ain't nobody hit nobody yet.
Yeah.
And we sit here like there's clearly nothing to write about. Because they're
He dropped a pitch and a pass. I know you're not getting hit, but isn't that more reason why you should catch it?
Yeah.
You can definitely fine. You may not be able to gain any sort of advantage because of the lack of pads, but you can sure as hell lose your job.
There is a possibility that he can't catch.
Look at that. Exposed.
But I wouldn't make anything of it. Like, it's weird, and I don't want to make excuses for him, but every quarterback does things differently. And so sometimes you miss one because, you're used to playing with a certain quarterback.
Well,
when Bernie threw passes, I had time to get my hands right so I could wait until the last second. When Vinny came in, your hands had to be ready rather quickly because he had a little pop, he had a little zip.
But what you would say if we were to say who would you want to have?
I would not say anything about nothing at the second day of practice.
You would say this.
One could say, maybe not you, but one could say that if you wanted somebody to have a breakout day more than anybody having a breakout day, it would be Chop Robinson.
Chop. That's what we call him. Huh? I think I thought he.
I'm not doing it. All I'm gonna do is get mad.
Why?
Because it's stupid.
He's just winning the battles he can win, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Because I was thinking to myself, I think we were all thinking after day one, hey, not a lot of Chop Robinson news, but who took the day? Who won the day?
And so it just depends on where they were looking that day, right? Or if you make just a terrible mistake, which I would expect in the second day of practice.
Wow.
But you would also say day two, first round pick.
Whatever you're saying, I would say no.
Day two impact.
Day two. Because they always say you can't make a second impression.
So let me
But
get
you're going to have a hell of a day two.
Is that what they say?
Day two with no pads in a sport that you play with equipment on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
But you have a couple of athletic freaks, him and Patrick Paul going at one another. Even without the pads, you know what that puts? That puts hand-on-hand combat.
Not buying it. Not buying it. Nice. Okay. I don't even like what you're selling.
You don't trust,
why?
You don't trust Tobin? You don't trust
it's not here. I'm not saying that they're not going to be good. I'm not saying that they're not going to make an impact. But I am saying that if you can tell whether they're going to make an impact or not based on day two of practice with no pads, I'm going to call you a damn fool.
Wow. Well, Calais Campbell, who sat out today, I believe, also had high praise for Chop Robinson.
Okay, yeah. I'm not disputing any of that. But I'm saying if you can tell whether a player is going to be good after day two of camp with no pads on, then I'm going to call you a damn fool.
What did Calais have to say?
The quarterbacks threw picks. You're supposed to throw picks in practice. You need to test what you can and can't do.
No, for sure. But you'd be able to see through that the same way. Look, Calais Campbell had high praise for the rookie. This is what he had to say. Which I didn't understand. I didn't really get why he was
-1.
I refuse to acknowledge that dumbness.
-1.
I just
for show poniness, dude.
I didn't understand what he meant by that, really, but I think the rookie's he's slated for a good year. I think.
Now play some Calais Campbell.
Yeah, I gotta play the back-to-back version. Huge. That's the best voice, definitely. All right, ready?
Yep.
Which one is Louis Armstrong? Which one's Calais?
Yeah, I mean, the style of defense is really built off of
wow.
Off of being able to blitz different ways. A lot of simulated pressure.
Trees of green.
Making it look like you're blitzing, but you're really not.
I see them
because you got guys dropping a lot of D linemen drop.
and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Well, I mean, I don't really think it's that difficult.
Which one's which? You can't tell. You can't tell, dude.
Hey, no. And then they sound so. I'm looking at the comments, right? And here's what I see. How much wood would a wood chop if a wood chop?
That's good. That's a point.
Switcher.
Woo.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Why do I picture Calais Campbell singing in a field?
Would that be something if the orange shirt played that on the playlist?
To myself, what a wonderful
defense.
Well, I mean, I don't really think it's that difficult. It's really just understanding the
It's got a sultry sounds of our defensive line.
He is sultry. He is sultry, dude.
Oh my goodness. Would it be something if who's my man next to him? Not Sealer. Would it sound like Jelly Roll?
The most soulful defensive line of all time.
Or Teddy Swims.
I mean, he's got to find a new song. He had that relationship with Christian. He's got to find a new song. He has a new partner now.
Yeah.
He does. A new best friend.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Now he was already there with Agba, right?
Oh, Agba's back.
Yeah.
He was
Agba's
already
back.
there with Agba. So
orange.
I think what happened is that I want to say Fangio tried to use Agba like Jadeveon Clowney. And Agba had mostly played inside. So maybe they see some athleticism because now he's playing all over, I'm guessing.
Also, I think they saved some money on him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Dude, what
What a wonderful
Nobody's full defense.
Oh, goodness.
Can I
All
just
we
hear
need
him
is
sing
AI to
Easy?
have him singing the song.
My boy Calais with the sultry sounds.
Well, I mean, I don't really think it's that difficult. I think it's really be huge, and I'm a be huge, be huge, and I'm a big football fan first and foremost before I'm a player, and the next week, I got a couple friends are getting in, I mean Andre Johnson, Dwight Freeney, I mean.
Man, how old are you when your friends are getting inducted?
Yeah, that's what, and getting in the Hall of Fame. Because you got to wait 5 years.
Crazy.
Yep. Man, that's good.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll take a break. Final segment coming on up. Back after this.
Party. We like the party.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin
this,
Leroy here with you.
Susan Vega.
Yeah, Vanga Boys.
Vanga Boys. Okay, there it is.
Nailed it, dude.
Nailed it.
It is the Capital One Orange Bowl Media Tour presented by Duffy's Sports Grill. Last day here, and I can finally go home.
Did anyone at all tickle your fancy to speak to while over there by any chance? Like, I can't imagine.
Everybody's busy. Like,
yeah,
that's what everybody said. Like, everybody's got their whole rundown of a day. Like, they're pulled in 9 different directions.
Yeah,
yeah. And I'm doing the shit.
Michigan's not even there yet. That'd be the only link to this show, to be honest.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa.
That was
tried getting to Iowa yesterday. They said they didn't have time.
Oh, big
I
time.
was like, not even for Leroy Horde. You bums.
You would have had to get that message directly to yeah.
What about speaking of Leroy Horde and people affiliated with him? Has our boy Lusaka responded and praised me?
Oh, let me see.
I make sure that my boy knows.
He's in a meeting or something.
Yeah, after that. He's a busy guy. Guy.
What is he doing? Having a meeting about mauling people?
No, he helps. I don't know what his exact title is.
Bulldozer.
The NFL has a trust, and they do various things for former players.
That's
and he goes around and they have golf tournaments, and you have meet and greets and stuff like that all around the country. So they always have one down here. So he did it down here, and that's where I played with him.
Oh, he's the director of outreach.
Yeah. So
I feel like I could be a director of outreach.
No, you can't.
You can be a director.
I think I could.
Of reach.
You got to outreach somebody for the last churro. That's about it.
Churros.
That'd be good. I wonder if there's any churros at the airport.
No.
You know who I also became friends with? He was a Gator. He works for the Bucs now. Ryan Williams, wide receiver during the time of Tebow. You were mentioning this earlier. He had one of those championship rings. Pretty big for a college ring. Not bad at all.
Yeah, well, those Gators are throwing a lot of legal money around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They were on that wink NIL.
Yeah.
Before NIL was a thing, they just cloaked it in Tebow. Nothing to see here.
Nope.
It's amazing how if you have the right person on your team, he keeps everybody else cleansed.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Like nobody would ever suggest while Tebow was there that Florida was doing anything illegal.
Never. Nothing came out. I mean, he was all just
even that documentary that came out, they're like, yeah, nope, just football going on over here.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Ooh, here's a Herald headline. Odell Beckham Jr.'s brother won Love Island. So does he approve of the relationship? Now that's journalism.
Did he? He won? So it's done then. Then you don't.
He did. Yeah.
Already knew. You weren't here.
Oh, look at that, huh?
It was great, dude.
What are you gonna do with the rest of your time?
So
my wife was actually we were talking about this last night. We were FaceTiming, and she was watching Love Island Spain.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know how much I'm gonna like it.
Huh.
That means I gotta watch, have subtitles on, which I technically do for the Brits anyway, because I can't understand their damn accents.
That's true. Love
you know what sucks?
You mug me off.
When the person doing closed captioning doesn't get the words right, which it happens, right? Like that
definitely happens.
Love Island Spain. I gotta see the cast,
dude. No, you don't. What you need to do is go get caught up on House of Dragons.
Whoa, I did.
They had Dragon Hard Knocks.
Some snoozers recently. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I agree with them. Yeah. They had a good bounce back week though, Marcos.
Well, because there's
good
two,
bounce
there's
back
only
week
two
after.
I agree that I
overslaps.
think there's been a couple snoozer episodes, but they've really bounced back.
But they ended well.
Well, I know in typical Game of Thrones fashion, usually the second to last episode is where there's the most death.
Yeah.
That's usually
Well,
how it
because
works.
Here,
The finale before the finale.
hey, Marcos, here's all you need to know. They done messed around and let a brother have a dragon.
Oh, I did see that. That was circulating everywhere.
He said, "What are you doing on my dragon?" It's like, hey, Queen, your dragon came and got me.
Yes, which I heard is the first instance in which officials have tried to pull over a dragon. They did not trust the driver. They were like, "You don't look like the original."
Dude, I just watched something on Twitter. A lady was going to sit in her seat in first class, and another lady who was being a Karen said, "You don't belong here." She said, "Do you have a ticket?" This is the lady sitting in the seat. "Well, I'm not letting you in." She said, "You have a ticket?" "Yes." She said, "Is that your phone? You could have got that from anywhere." Right? And
Lady,
so then all the other people started like, "Hey, that ain't right." She go, "I don't care. I'm not. No, you can't sit here."
That's crazy.
Right. I'm like, somebody got to get some hands.
Now that I'm a big time comedian, your boy splurged on that front seat on the Spirit plane, huh? Pretty comfy. Pretty comfy.
What are airlines doing now? Like, we have our most uncomfortable seats that you can sit in for regular price. If you want to move to a window seat or aisle seat, plus $25. By the time you get done paying for tickets and luggage, you might as well brought first class and everything's free.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I always check. As Tobes, I always check. Because if you get a regular ticket, right, they'll send you a little thing. Do you want to move up to first class? It costs like an extra $100 or extra $130. But here's the kicker: all of your luggage is free.
Definitely looking forward to.
They don't do none of that.
Yeah, definitely hoping that it's a smoother trip home than it was here, because they had us
a little bit. So, what time did your flight leave? I'll tell you.
If I got bounced around in the air?
Yeah.
Like,
what time did your flight leave?
My first flight, because I have 2 flights.
What?
Ooh,
connection from
2 flights.
Oh my!
Yeah, dude, makes no sense.
That's crazy.
Because you flew in the Fort
No
Lauderdale.
sense. I guess I don't know.
I have no problems with
I love Fort
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale. It's so much better than Miami. It's not even close.
So easy.
Miami. Listen, we fly out of there, and then I say, "Hey, Tobes, you go get the luggage. I'm gonna go try to locate my car, because even though I take a picture, I never know where it is."
The last time we were at Miami and I saw that non-priority line, I'm like, I never am going to fly out of here if I have the option. I'm too scared.
Yeah,
because that line,
the non-priority line was so long, dude, and we got there early.
Oh my God.
And then Tobin looked on the ticket. He's like, "Yo, we're priority."
Oh,
our line
Which,
was
by the
like
way, was still just a very long line, but it just wasn't hell. Like if we would have been in the non-priority line, it would have been doomsday.
It was the difference between waiting 15 minutes and waiting 2.5 hours.
Someone told me that at this point in life, like one of the standards an adult man is supposed to have is TSA pre-check.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, is that a thing we're supposed to have now?
Yeah. TSA pre-check. You don't have to take your shoes off. None of that.
I mean, it's great. But Tobin, do you have that? Is that something you have?
Definitely don't.
No,
Nope.
right? They say it's like going to a theme park without the fast pass.
I don't feel like I travel enough to warrant it. You know,
This is your like this. I think I'm gonna look into it because I got to go.
It has.
Cleveland.
Yeah, you got some stuff coming up, but like this has been a very odd year for me. Probably the most traveling I've done back to back ever.
Yeah.
No,
plus we had the
one
Vegas
year where
trip.
we went to like 3 fights.
Yeah, that's probably. But that was before pandemic.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite some time.
Well, you know what really killed it? We would have been having a whole bunch of trips, but that old 6 to 10.
Oh yeah,
that took us out of a lot of stuff.
That's true.
Definitely did.
That is true.
Because that means the show would
Definitely
start at
did.
3 in the morning. It already our show already starts as current time when nobody's in the building.
Yep. And then the only person roaming around by the end of it is Freddie Roach.
Oh yeah.
He's just always there.
He's always there.
Last time I was there, he's always training somebody.
Yep.
Last time I was in a taco line with him.
They
do good lunches though.
It's a legend.
Yeah, but the lunch, you're there for the lunch because you always you want to see all the shenanigans, right? Like I tell you what, you ain't gonna never get me to stay anymore. Now that I saw a naked boxer, right? Like, dude, here's what happened. So here's the guy, right? Here's the guy. He had to get naked to weigh in. They put the sheet over here.
Yeah.
So like so they had the sheet up out here. I'm like, whoa. What are they doing?
They'll see him.
I always wonder for like things like that. It's like, hey, half a pound. Do you think the fourth undercard guy? Let him.
Just let him.
No, but I'm saying, when did draws get so heavy?
It counts, dude. I don't know. It's when you're going to that point. Everything counts.
Only unless you took just a dump in your. How much do they weigh? 1/10 of a pound.
They do that too.
Yeah,
they do that too. They'll use all.
Speaking of boxing, I'm not sure if you guys discussed this. Probably not because it's Jake Paul. But you guys see that Jake Paul knockout this weekend?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, nice, nice.
He bludgeoned him.
Yeah, and it was in Tampa. I didn't realize. I probably would have gone, but no, that was makes me very scared for Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me a little scared for him.
Now,
you don't think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying putting a 60-year-old in the ring with somebody juiced to the gills isn't a good idea?
Yeah.
Dude, think about this.
Interesting.
I'm 4 years younger than Tyson. I'm in decent shape, and there ain't no way in hell I throw one swing and my back blow out.
Get that trigger finger again.
I just haven't been able to watch a video of him that hasn't been 15 seconds with jump cuts. I'm like, I know he's like exhausted doing this.
Yeah.
So
and weren't they big pillow gloves too? Like so many stipulations.
They are big pillow gloves. They're 2-minute rules or 2-minute rounds, excuse me. Look, we're all going to tune in, obviously. I'm just telling you, we got to be very much rooting that just Tyson doesn't get hurt. Obviously, the best situation is he knocks Jake Paul to next Tuesday, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's the trick of it all.
Indeed.
Play on your nostalgia. Like, it makes Joe Rose very mad, and I'm trying to tell him, like, I don't think he's going to win.
Wow.
Because Joe Rose loves Tyson.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all
hates Jake Paul.
Late 80s, early 90s, it was must-see TV.
Yeah. Definitely. Now look at us.
All 15, 20 seconds.
YouTuber.
He was running up through some of the best boxers in the fight game like they were nothing.
Yep. Wild, dude. All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Come back to us, Tobin. Come back to us.
Wait, how you gonna tell somebody to come back?
Hawk and Crowder weekday